All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're going live. Oh my God, we're live on the internet. Oh my God, we're here. We're live. They're talking about Assassin's Creed completionist things, and I was like, everybody stop.
Wait.
Stop right there.
What Rich doesn't know is I only started talking about it so he would launch the stream.
It worked. It worked. It worked. Please continue.
When the thing that I did with Valhalla is I went in, I still haven't finished it. Like, I still haven't finished it because I didn't want it to end. But I didn't go through and kill everybody yet. I haven't, like, gone through the actual assassin part. But I've done literally everything else. I would get into an area. I would get all of the treasure first. Like, do everything extra first. And, like, I would ride around the entire, like, whatever island or whatever it was. I would go around it in my ship to get, like, the areas, to get all the, like, raids, right? And then I would go in and they'd be like, oh, we gotta go attack this castle. I'm like, yep, did that. We're good to go. Like, let's just keep going. And so, I just
there's the little tracker for wealth and mysteries within each. You get all of those.
All of them.
You do the main. So normally I do that. I do like all the side stuff, and then I'll progress the main storyline. And here it's just been like, I just want the main. Like I'll come back. I'll do the main storyline, which in itself is a beast. Yes. And then I will come back like, oh, you know what? It's November. I might, finally clear out Wessex and all the treasure. Like, so it's like I can do cleanup of everything else later. Yeah. But it's like I have so many other games I've bought that I just wanted to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's on the list of, like, what do you have that you're, like, so looking forward to that you need to get out of this Assassin's Creed life?
Well, it's not things I'm looking forward to as much as I've bought them. So I want to get to them. Like, there's... Yeah. I mean, I've had Resident Evil VR forever. And, like, every time I try playing it, it scares the hell out of me. So I want to stream that.
I remember this. I mean, we've been talking about this for years.
I think I've got Watchdog Legions, Control. I've got some indie games that I bought. I might have bought the latest Spider-Man. Oh, it was like the latest. There's a Jedi Fallen Order. Mm-hmm. I've got a bunch of stuff, and then there's like a bunch of VR stuff that's just like random. So I've stopped streaming Assassin's Creed, and I've just been using that to do like new little things. But
are you into like the Beat Saber or any of those?
Oh yeah, Kurt was an early Beat Saber adopter, as I recall.
So have you seen the one where you're on like a Viking ship hitting the drums?
I've seen something. I don't think it was a Viking ship, but I've seen like a rhythm one where you have to hit drums. Like, for some reason, I thought it was more like you're like in a jungle or something. But there's a bunch of kind of these rhythm ones. There's one where you're like waving your hands, trying to follow the patterns of the light as they come to you. And
I love those. They're so fun.
I have never played any of this VR stuff, but I get like the reports of the VR stuff from friend of the channel here, Tiger Pro, and Nate Tippy himself. And yeah, I've like heard such great stuff about Beat Saber. Like, I'm sure I would love to muck around with it one night, but my life is just Final Fantasy now. If I'm playing video games, that's all.
I got Final Fantasy 15, is it?
Yeah, 15 got a lot of like hate and scorn for not being awesome. You're very much like a boy band driving around in a car trying to get to a wedding, and it's pretty good. Like, honestly, it's pretty good. The thing that gets me is it's all like real time, and I can't keep up, man. I'm too old and slow for all this stuff. I need like decent turn based, and I'm lying because like I play Final Fantasy 14 like compulsively, and like I like fast paced stuff like that, but like MMOs like raid fights and PvE battles are like much different in that.
So take this as a non-ignorant gamer statement, but an ignorant non-gamer, I should say. But when I hear Final Fantasy 15, I think, another title on the money train. That's all I hear there. You know what I mean? We're going to cash in on this.
Nah, I mean, like, they're all like, the thing about the Final Fantasy series that I think is really like brilliant that I've just been talking to a lot of people about it recently. It's like they're oh God, now the word just jumped out of my head. It's like an anthology video game series. Like every Final Fantasy is really like a standalone. You're not like following the same characters. Like there's familiarity. There'll be names and ideas and like concepts that are like reintroduced, but everyone is like its own lore, its own world, its own build, and like they all stand out for different reasons. Like there's this big love for like 7 through 9. Like I think the like golden era would probably be considered like 6 to 10, and that spans from like Super Nintendo, like we got 3, which was actually 6, all the way to like 10 is on the PS2. Like, I don't know if you remember, John, but you literally gave me your PlayStation 2 so I could play Final Fantasy X. Because I was like, Final Fantasy X's coming out, man. Like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to rent a PlayStation. You're like, you're what? I'm like, well, like, I can't afford a PlayStation, but all I want to do is play Final Fantasy. So you left it with me for like a week. You're like, I'm coming back up in 7 days, and I'm bringing it home then. And I beat it in 6. In like a fever delirium, you know, that last like 50-hour push. I'm like sweating, drinking coffee by the gallon, you know, like I gotta get it done. He's coming back up. And then you came up and were like, you know what, man, you could just hang on to this thing. And I was like, son of a bitch, you know, I gotta replay it.
If there's like one thing I miss about being a kid, it's like those nights. It's like you and your like best friend just staying up, whether you're like trying to beat like, oh, there's this one level that we like have to get, and you're like going back and forth.
That's why,
and like,
yeah, that's the best part of like MMOs. Like Mike and I used to play a ton of Warcraft together, and like I got really into raiding. But the best part of like the MMO is like the MMO. It's the massive multiplayer, and like you get your friends together, you become friends with like a bunch of people you're raiding with every night, and you get that like energy of like a bunch of people going out to like do a thing, and like I don't know, it's like intoxicating. I
stopped playing World of Warcraft when I got to the point where I couldn't play it by myself anymore. Like you need to join up with people. You need to stop doing the solo adventure. And you actually have to go into this dungeon with people you may or may not know in order to beat it. And I'd be like,
yep. So
delete.
So this is...
Well, but like, so some games are better than others, and Warcraft now is way better than it used to be. Like, it was prohibitively, we won't get you started on WoW, Dan. I'm started, though, I'll start for you. It was, like, prohibitively difficult to get in those groups back in the day. And nowadays, you just, like, click a button, you're into the dungeon, boom. But Final Fantasy, like, they incentivize players to, like, go into those queues to run dungeons with new people. Like, if I go into, like, a queue to run with a brand new player through this dungeon, I get a shitload of, like, bonus XP and bonus gold. And, like, they have a great reporting system, like there's good kind of community management, and so people are cool. Like, it really is cool. Like, you get into a new place and are like, I don't know what I'm doing, and they'll be like, this is what we got to do, and it's so much fun. It makes me so happy. Dan, we got to connect, man. We got to like get on the Final Fantasy train together. We've been like dancing around too long.
This is gonna be, you guys aren't gonna know this at all. Like, I didn't play WoW like really much at all. Like, I played it for like a few days, and like I really liked it, but I was a little bit like of an outcast, and like there was an established group that I was like trying to fit in with, and it was kind of like but Wizard 101 no, it's just like 2000s, like anybody who's like my age in this like weird gap like played this game when we were younger. And it was like we had dungeons, and nowadays they have the queue where you can just click a button and you like are, you know, set up with random people for a dungeon. But I remember in the early days when you had to like go to like the main area where everybody's running around and be like, hey, can somebody help me do this one dungeon, please? Like, I need 4 people for this dungeon. Like, and everybody's like doing the exact same thing. Oh my gosh.
Mike like lured me into Warcraft in the beginning. He started the bread trail that like led my friends, that led me, and we had some good times. It was a blast. I was like a real hardcore like end game progression raider for years, to the extent that it was like my job. It would be like, what do you want to do tonight? Like, I can't. I got to raid lead the C team. We're going back into Karazhan. We gotta like gear up the freaking my alts, and it was just like ridiculous. Not good. Anyway, I would talk about video games all night, but that's a different show. And
Glory days.
I was gonna say, anybody played the Neverwinter MMO?
Oh, I love them. I haven't played the new one, but I'm getting reports from like some of our friends over at Post Show, and like our buddy Aiden has been playing it, and he says it's rad. He's like, it's not finished, but it's fucking rad. The Baldur's Gate, I think I'm thinking about.
You think about Neverwinter is like it's like a free MMO that you can play it on PlayStation, and it came out. I think I started playing it like 6 years ago, but it used to be like whenever Wizards would come out with a new storyline, whether it was Storm King's Thunder or Curse of Strahd,
they would run it.
They would develop new MMO content. Like you can now go to Barovia, or they would kind of release content in the MMO. And it's the same thing. I started playing that. I think the folks on the game. I think I made Tobias into a character on there.
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh, awesome.
But it very much gets to the point where you have to team up. And I was like, and that's when I lost interest. But I don't mind teaming up for Abrea, guys.
Yes.
We have this like deep history with the D&D computer games that go back. We should talk about Pool of Radiance one night and just dig into that.
Pool of Radiance is where my email handle comes from.
I know. Don't dox yourself. I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love for Pool of Radiance. Like, I'm constantly looking to like bring up pools of radiance to like new players playing D&D. Like, it's not the Pool of Radiance in Mythtrader, but like, you see a radiant pool. I love it.
Awesome.
Gosh, you guys want to play video games?
I know,
Dude,
really. Like,
real quick, I just want to say something real quick. We had a blast this Sunday. We went to Flashback Cinemas, which is I guess it's like a release of movies, and there's all partnering theaters around the country. But we went and saw the original Back to the Future with the kids. The kids and myself went. Really was a blast. I'm not going to take too much time talking about it, but it was fun.
No, take all the
certain
time
things we had to reconnect with. The drink tab, the soda drink tab, right? There's a whole line in Back to the Future. He walks into the diner. You gonna order something? Yeah, let me get a tab. You want a tab? You gotta order something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get a Pepsi free. You want a Pepsi, pal? You're gonna pay for it. And it's just like all this stuff.
It's very funny.
Yeah, but like unless you were there, right, you'd never connect with that. So,
You should, in the movies that made us, just dropped like a new season on Netflix, and Back to the Future is like one of the films they talk about making, but you should let the kids scope that. It's just so wild, man. When you think about the fact that they filmed like 3 weeks of that shit with Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly, that
I
was
didn't realize.
close,
so really cool was they do like a 5-minute intro or 10-minute intro about making of the movie. And I guess
cool.
Michael J. Fox was actively taping Family Ties at the time. And
it was
all
a big
his
deal.
parts were shot at night. Every one of his parts were shot at night. So
it was a really big deal. The Family Ties people were like, fuck you. You can't have Michael J. Fox. I forget which network it was, like CBS or whatever. And after the Eric Stoltz debacle, they were like, please, like, we need this guy, And they basically were like, as long as you do not fuck with Family Ties.
So this is really cool. It's on the flashbackcinema.net. Next month, all 3 Lord of the Rings director's cut. They bring that back. And they're $5 tickets, by the way. And then, just a personal favorite of mine, Galaxy Quest. If you guys remember that one?
Dude, that's a motto in my life, I was talking to a friend of ours the other night that's like, is it wrong that one of my fundamental guiding principles comes from Galaxy Quest? Like, absolutely not, dude. Never give up. Never surrender.
You guys remember
That's the best.
So our friend a friend of ours, Adam, Pia in the chat, Piano Man Adam, he's one of the DMs with me over at Post Show Recaps, ran a full 4-hour D&D session that was closed a couple of freaking months ago, 2 months ago. I'm talking straight up, it was the whole
movie
deal,
or
Mustard,
the
Mrs.
game?
Plum. The
Nice.
movie, yeah, it was definitely directly inspired by the movie. It was delightful. We run a lot
That's
of
cool.
fun, ridiculous games over there, and we specifically have talked about recording them, and we don't, because I'm part of the joy of D&D is the retelling of all of it afterwards, and I want new players to have that new organic experience of it's cool for us to be able to come back and watch all this again. I love it as a tool for me as a DM. I love it to just be able to know that this story is here and we can all go back and point to the moments later. But yeah, we don't stream them, and those are one of the ones that I'm shit, maybe we should have recorded that. It was a really good one.
Yeah, but yeah, man, keep an eye on Flashback Cinemas. It's really cool stuff.
Yeah, I dig it, man. I mean, I live for that stuff, and it's cool your kids are old enough to show them a Back to the Future.
I'm
and they
gonna
have
drop
fun
them
with
into
it.
the first Lord of the Ring. If they like it, I'll bring them to all three.
Oh, dude, they'll love it. A whole generation.
3
that's
hours.
her
3 hours
generation.
is
They
tough,
grew
man.
up
3
on
hours
it.
is tough for kids. I got one that's a 9-year-old to sit there for 3
Yeah,
hours.
I was 7 when I watched it, and
I don't
I was
know.
like, can I watch
it's just my
the
head.
all of the appendices? Can I watch all of the background, how they
I
made
hope they like
Aragorn's
it.
armor? I was, oh my gosh, all of it.
One thing just bleeds into another, but I remember the first Lord of the Rings dropping in theaters, and John, you came up to visit, and I had already seen it and was like, we're going to see the Lord of the Rings. And you were like, really, man? I'm like, yeah, we're going. And we went, and we accidentally walked into the Ocean's 11 theater. The credits started rolling, and we were like, oh shit, we had to get up and go into Lord of the Rings. And we missed a few moments of Galadriel, and I was like, motherfucker. And we had to sit in the front seat of the theaters, the front row, But we left, and you were like, yeah, that was worth it. That was definitely
dissimilar. You've got the Fellowship of the Casino. It's
It's not. There's definitely a coterie. Yeah, there's a coterie there, a band, a brotherhood, if you would. Anyway, we are a band. We are a family. We're not a brotherhood, but we are united nonetheless. And so, Dungeons and Dragons. That's why we showed up. Does anybody remember what happened last time? Who does the opening monologue today? Oops, wrong show. My bad.
My notes were very short from last time.
we killed a chimera in one round, and
Yep.
and an eagle was giving us mad props for it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, accurate. It's accurate.
Going for the dwarves.
Crixus had a dream sequence. There was a little guy that you guys were like, get out of here, man. Go find our dwarves, And that's what happened.
We reached our NPC threshold.
No, you guys are
So this is where I just ask, is there anything we need to go over? You guys leveled up. Everything is square. You feeling
leveled
all
up?
good? Any
Again?
bookkeeping, housekeeping?
Okay. Oh wow.
No.
We're at 8 now?
Don't get Michael get excited. Anything that we need to just go over, back end bookkeeping stuff? Are we all good?
I think we're good.
Okay. Then I guess this is where we re-engage with the Titans heirs. So, where we had last left our heroes, the 4 of you, along with Lothar Grubb, your itinerant companion, had finally made your way out of the tunnels and caverns of the Drakencaern Mountains beneath the tomb of Gural Khan. You'd met a strange, stony individual, Rumble, who claimed to have lived in the bowels of this place for the centuries that have passed since Gural Khan was buried, and requested that he find your dwarven companions who were separated from you by an avalanche underground and heading for the northern side of the mountain to make their exit, while you are on the southern-facing slope. As you make it out to the air, you decided to rest and wait to see if the dwarves would in fact reunite with you, eerie conjuring Vandrin's dome of protection to keep you safe. You saw far in the sky above you the silhouette of the blue dragon, Varanthrir, the Razor Strike, once the Mount of Melkanon, the high paladin of the Sapphire Legion whom you've killed. And Razor Strike flew through the sky, did not make note of you, but it's out there looking for the four of you. And so it was that as you kind of began to make your journey, descending down the slopes, working your way around the western edge of the mountain to reach the northern passes, hoping to reunite with your dwarven companions, you spotted in the sky a giant eagle, locked in deadly combat with Chimera, this beast with the body of a lion and the head of a goat and a dragon, bat wings. And you dispatched it quite quickly, upon which this eagle landed at a nearby cliff ledge in a massive nest which awaits there, and addressed you in the common tongue. And so as the scene opens tonight, I think that the wind whips down over the mountain paths. We see rubble and scree kind of like rolling a little bit just from the movement of the wind as the camera pulls out wide to the four of you and Lothar standing nervously at your sides. This massive eagle, battered, feathers out of place, slightly wounded, crouching on this ledge above you where lies its nest. And so I think that the last thing it had said to you was, is that dragon hunting you?
All right. 2 thumbs up.
I think it understands us at this point.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Its head kind of like turning sideways as like this large brown eye just kind of like blinks, looking over the lot of you.
I think Ulrich would start to walk forward, like next to Yuri, and just look up and be, have you seen the dragon lately? Does it come through here often?
It has flown circles in recent days. It does not lair here. It has killed some of my flock already. It stalks hunting you, it seems.
Does the eagle does it tend to fly off in one direction after it spends some time around the mountain? I mean, if I said eagle, I meant dragon. Sorry.
Yes, that's fine. I'm clear. I think it's just like to the east and south.
Yep, that tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They gather many and more. Soldiers in steel with long pikes and bows.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Crixus has healed it, if I recall. And, yeah, I think that it's just like, I will live.
Good.
Well, we should likely be engaging it to the southeast in a short matter of a couple of days or so. So hopefully it will stop looking for time, or stop spending time around your mountain here.
Ulrich just shakes his head. He's not looking forward to this. I know it's inevitable, but not looking forward to it.
I think the eagle is like, you go to their nest where they gather. A place of broken teeth on the mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
Looking for the map.
I think it's like If you seek to flee the dragon, that is a bad way to go.
Yeah, not looking to flee the dragon, looking to take it down.
Yep. Do you have a name, by the way?
I am called Dawnclaw by my kin.
How did you learn to speak common?
He's like, how did you learn to speak eagle?
I guess so too.
I think it like turns its head the other way, like looking down, kind of like blinking at you, Eerie, and it's just like, I do not know these things. It has been the way always.
Did you happen to know anyone by the name of Rogosh?
I do not know him, but all of the Drakencaern wings know Rogosh. He who flies but walks.
That's cool.
We have been told.
That kind of makes me feel a little bit better. I guess, yeah, Rogosh has been through these places. A lot, probably.
They say he has traveled far. Speaks with all things small and large. Things that yet live. You hunt the dragon to the north.
Is that what we're doing? I guess so.
You say you would go south, yet you walk north. You say you hunt the dragon, yet it hunts you.
We're going around the mountain. We have some friends in the mountain who are being led out of the mountain, and we just want to before we take off to glorious battle, potential loss. You know what? We just want to make sure our friends know that we where we're going.
And to make sure they don't die.
I think that it's kind of like looking over the lot of you, like, you have far to walk.
Yeah.
I think we have. I think we said was going to be a few hours to the north side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the scheme of things, we've walked further.
We have.
Through much less scenic countryside.
I think it says, I owe you the flesh of a goat.
I forgot that was the running price for a chimera skin.
No. Oh, right, we were going to eat that.
There's kind of a goat, well, down there, like a third of it.
Yeah, there is.
Probably huge.
I think it's like, many things such as that have been roused as they swarm like ants over the hills, and the dragon scours old holes. Danger lurks in the passes. I think Lothar like looks over at like, I don't know, Crixus. You're like probably standing in the back sort of quietly, and he's like, is this? What are we? Like, is anybody gonna ask or?
I mean, ask the big bird. Ask the big bird if he's gonna give us a ride, or she's gonna give us a ride.
I mean, yeah, it seems like they're really avoiding that.
Well, I don't know. That bird's giving me the stink eye right now, so I'm kind of scared. Giving me this big brown eye. It's freaking me out. It's
Very big.
It's a big eye.
It is. It's a very big bird. I'm not entirely enthusiastic either. I mean, I rode on wolves. I mean, wargs, but still.
Well, why not? We could ask.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, instead of a goat, is there any chance you could give us a ride to the other entrance into the mountain?
I think that it like turns looking at you.
And I shrug. If it isn't too much trouble.
And maybe an egg. If you have an extra egg.
Oh no. No. That was a joke. We're tired. He's joking. Sorry.
But
Don't.
I wouldn't mind having a baby eagle.
Dude.
I don't
Nice.
stop asking the eagle to take their children, please.
I think it's like
Angus will say to Crixus in giant.
Life for a life?
Oh. No! Crixus!
Barter and
I
slavery.
think it's bad form to ask it for its eggs are its children, and we haven't earned its children. It would be like someone trying to take you from us, and us being like, okay.
Is that really a good example?
Heard of? Well, no, it's actually a better example.
I'm saying this
like
in giant, so I don't know if Lothar can understand that.
Oh!
Oh no, he can't.
I was making sure not to say it in common, so they didn't want the bird to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Lothar was like, I know giant.
No, he's not. Yeah, so I think it's like staring at Crixus, like, our eggs are few and precious.
Yeah, no, we would never. Don't.
Oops. I don't want to take one of your children. I'm sorry. I just wouldn't mind having a baby egg, a baby eagle.
Crixus likes to take care of things. He's very like yeah, he's just young, likes to. Don't take offense, please.
Yeah, we're not saying that's a good idea.
No,
we're just explaining it a little bit.
Yep.
Young are hasty and foolish. You are many. I cannot take you all. I will see who might come.
Well, I mean, we're kind of in a little bit of a hurry. We can.
Oh my god!
You just said a couple hours, and the big picture is nothing.
The worst.
What are you doing?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You said
actually,
in the grand
you were the one
scheme
who
of
said,
things,
yeah.
what's a couple hours? We've
That
walked
was
further
explicitly
through less
what you said.
places.
I think that the eagle.
I don't remember this.
The eagle.
I remember this now. No.
Oh my God, Angus fell. Did you hit your head, Angus?
Angus doesn't want to fly.
Oh no! Oh my goodness!
I think the eagle is like, it just like kind of like looks like up into the sky and is like, I do not want to leave him here. It's like looking back at Crixus.
Don't worry about him. Well, really.
Let's just walk.
I'm not
No, Angus. Please, just go, Donka. Please, we're sorry. We're exhausted, kind of, and.
Well, how many can you take? How many can you take of us?
The small ones both. one of you or him?
Oh, so like maybe like Erie and
Erie, Lothar, and one other person.
Yeah.
Then go for the ride. Take Lothar and Erie.
Well, please go if we would be grateful to have a ride. If you need to go get a friend or something, we're so grateful that you're just even talking to us and not attacking us like everything else.
I cannot leave you here. Start your walk.
Yeah, no, yep, we will do that.
I want to go try to take some of the meat off that creature. If some of it's lion and goat, was it? I can't remember.
I was going to say some of it's lion in the chasm.
Yeah.
It's got a full lion's body with like a lion's head, and then on one side is like a goat head, and on the other side is a dragon.
I mean, we could probably leave the dragon behind. You know what I mean?
Kind of like scaled bat wings.
I'm thinking that's going to go down pretty bad. But, I mean, lion and goat's got to be pretty decent.
It's either lion there or we're dragging it with us. So
Right?
Oh my goodness.
Let's go to it.
Killing it.
Isn't Kathy the white meat? I mean, can't we just go down there and, you know?
Kurt killing it with the joke initiative.
Yeah, if we have enough rope or a way to get down there, I'll go down there. And
I mean, you can like hike around, you know, it's not like a huge hike. Like walking to the other side of the bridge, you could circle down into the cavern, like the chasm pretty easily, actually.
How deep is it?
And I think Lothar would fall in behind you. The walls, it's about 20 feet.
That's
down
not
the bottom.
a chasm. That's more of a, I think it was originally described as a gully now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, you could see if you like come around, you can head around a circle kind of from the south and get onto that bridge.
It's only 15, 20 feet. We can I would feel really like we missed an opportunity to put a dwarf in the gully. I'm just going to say that much.
I love a Dragonlance reference, Kurt.
Yeah, there's plenty of us. Yeah, Ulrich, we can slow you down. It's no biggie.
Okay, so I will use my my owlbear skinning knife, and I will try to butcher some of it out, so whatever isn't totally bruised from having fallen from the sky to the bottom of the gully.
Yeah. A bunch of it's like battered and smashed. It's been stabbed. There's a couple arrow holes in it. You know? So you take out this knife handmade by the Alagi craftsman from the bone of an owlbear that you killed some months past. And why don't you go ahead and make a survival check to see like what we can pull off of this thing.
All right, get my sheet up here. All right.
I'm wondering if Lothar is like, can he help you? Lothar can help you.
Huh?
Yeah, Lothar would help you, granting you advantage on this check. Yeah. So you're easily able to get like a huge kind of like back haunch off. A lot of it's like really mangled from the like battering kind of fall, but you're easily able to pull off like probably like somewhere in the region of like 20, 30 pounds of meat off like the back quarter of it. You know what I mean?
All right, cool.
And Lothar is like kind of sitting next to you, like working. He's got like his like long-handled knife, like carving away, trying to like wrap it up in this like bit of battered cloth. He's kind of like taking a little bit of water to like clean this kind of leather. He has to wrap it up. He's like, it's not gonna last long, but we'll eat good tonight. I mean, if we're not, dead. Yeah.
Yeah, thank God nothing around here might have a good sense of smell that'll track this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready to go. You tell me when.
All right. So we'll start hiking. The top, back up.
Okay.
Stay.
Angus, Crixus, you guys are hiking. Wait, you're laughing.
I just want to say goodbye to the eagle, that's all.
Okay.
So, just thank you so much and hope to see you again. And I hope you're young. Farewell.
Yeah, I think that it's just like, we will watch for you. What one of us knows, we all learn soon enough. Thank you.
All right. I guess we head out.
Okay. Any like last notes? Nope. You guys are all we're all like kind of rolling off.
Yeah.
Is it still gonna come pick us up?
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
who knows what the future holds?
Did you memorize Uber?
Is it a ritual? Ritual text?
Yeah, exactly.
Ride share cantrip.
So you guys start hiking and you're making your way kind of to the north, right? You end up like going through this kind of bit of a ravine where the Chimera's body lays like broken and half butchered. Lothar's pack is like full and heavy over his shoulder. For once, he's not like complaining as he kind of like walks along behind you all. Yeah. And so the lot of you go. The way is like clearer down here. This road is like old and ancient, filled with all manner of broken stone and kind of rubble that has come down off the mountains over the many years. You couldn't ride a cart through it anymore, but it's a clearer path than what you're accustomed to, scaling up and down these slopes for the many days that you've been out here in the wilds. And I think that a few hours pass. Crixus, in particular, with your incredible passive perception. I think that you make note in your journey that.
Journal.
Where am I here? Ah, here I am. Right. Crixus, you hear like rocks tumble up high on a hill, like your head like wheels quickly, and you're the first to see it, though I think that all of you would see it pretty quickly. There is like a massive displacer beast, like prowling high on a ridge. It's probably like 800 feet away from you. It's not like close, nor could it like get close to you easily without coming in a straight line. But you see it like the glimmering green eyes, even in like the daylight. You see the eyes like glowing. Its silhouette, the like tentacles kind of snaking loosely over its back as it like makes you. And then it just kind of like drops back behind the ridge where it was, vanishing, slipping away.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I think Lothar is like,
Count on seeing that thing again.
Yeah. Well, we've dealt with them before, right?
Wait, you've dealt with them
Yeah,
before?
didn't we encounter one like the last bridge that we went across?
At one point, I thought
I don't
we did.
remember.
Yeah.
It's been a harrowing journey.
Like, we've dealt with in Erkengard, or just outside Erkengard.
Well, on the road.
No, it was like.
Angus is right.
No, I thought that was like a hellhound.
We encountered
No, maybe it was.
Displacer beasts.
We've really encountered a lot of things, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Byproduct of
Lothar
living in
is
the
just.
wilderness.
Wilder.
I think Lothar is just like, I've seen a few in the Legion with cloaks from those things, but I mean, I'm fine if we don't have to fight that too. Do you have to fight everything that lives up here? Jeez.
Well, not that eagle.
I mean, actually, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a really good point.
It's fine.
Thank you for not yelling at me when I asked that stupid question.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, no questions are stupid.
Well, that's a real change of tune, but I'm going to remember you said it.
I try, okay? It's called growth.
As, yeah, exactly. Well, I finished growing when I was 11, but yeah, I'll keep trying.
Yeah,
I'll do my best.
I feel that.
Rough. Tall bastards. I think as you guys are walking, it's probably like about 40 minutes or so after you've seen this displacer beast that Angus, You hear a voice in your mind.
I hear.
Brighthorn. The unmistakable voice of Beaudry Ironstave, should you, Kurt, not remember it. It just says, Brighthorn. Passage out blocked. We're working our way out. Your friend found us. Strange fellow.
Wow.
Resting now.
I just got some sort of weird mind message, from our friend Beaudry.
Really? They're okay then? I hope.
Yeah, their passage out is blocked or something, so they're kind of stuck and gonna be. I think I broke Mike.
Too much.
23 sessions, the accent finally breaks Mike.
More than 23. Way more than 23 sessions.
Technically, they're.
But it really got Western there first. I felt the Western. Oh, hey, partner. Saddle up, team.
I appreciate the bravery to come with an accent.
Well,
it's hard to keep it straight. We can't all be Andy Serkis, gentlemen.
I would think we should try to keep going that way. Can you try to talk back to them?
You can. You realize, actually, as you're after you kind of give this message, you
Don't
talk
be
for
fresh.
a moment, you could send a message back.
Leave a message. Beaudry Ironstave pass the phone.
It's actually more like clang.
Yeah, clang.
Simple message. We really don't care.
Yeah, drop the don't the nose. You know what I mean? We gotta bring the wank down on that message.
We're going to Titan's Hall. Can't wait for you. Proceed to coast. Our fate will make our paths cross.
That was 26. We'll make our paths.
Oh.
That was really good. I might have miscounted it.
Wow.
Okay. Sick.
I did say we're instead of we are. Okay.
No. I was definitely just a one word. Yeah. I leaned hard into the contractions for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you send this message back, and Lothar is like, so what's the plan? Are we going to wait?
Oh, Angus would have said all that out loud.
Oh.
Sorry.
So, are we... What about the dragon?
What about the dragon?
Maybe we could throw the displacer beast at the dragon.
I mean... Are we just going to leave and let them deal with the dragon when they come out?
Well, they're stuck. I have a feeling we're going to engage the dragon by the time they come out.
So should we just start a fire and just get it over with?
I think there's a big difference between facing that which might kill you and inviting it. I don't know if I'm ready to light a fire.
It's an interesting thought, though.
I mean, we could find a good vantage point or something, you know?
I mean, if it sees us, who's to say it's going to try to attack us? Okay.
Please. It is 100% going to attack us. That dragon is proud.
Or it's going to take note of where we're at and lead its forces to us.
They're not leaving Titan's Hall. There's no way. No, that dragon is pissed at us. It had to run from us. There's no way.
It's an interesting thought there you got.
I think if we're going to do a fire, first we should start moving towards Titan's Hall. And when it gets dark, then we should find a cave so that nothing can see the fire. And then we should make the fire and cook the food.
I love this.
That's the only plan that Ulrich likes involving said fire.
Fair enough.
I gotta tell you, I never thought I'd be so excited about a cave, but I'm all in. I'm all in.
Fair. I mean, we could
technically
also
we could cook the fire in a dome, right? And it wouldn't be able to see it.
We don't cook fires.
We don't.
Fire.
Don't hassle him. He's tired.
They would see the smoke coming out, but
that's why we do it at night.
Well, I mean, either we're going to. I don't really want to leave this dragon for the dwarves to deal with.
I don't think we will. Well, hold on. I mean, I think there is a little problem where, at least I don't know how we divided it otherwise, but I have on my sheet the tablets. Aren't they going to need the tablets for their journey?
They scribed copies.
And
Erie put parchment over. Yeah. There's a couple written copies of what.
Yeah, I made a copy for them and a copy for us.
They handed copies out amongst each other, right?
Yeah.
There have been copies of copies because they're all dude, any one of us could die. Every one of us needs this map,
yes.
you know?
I mean,
they started out 30 strong. There's 6 of them, you know?
Yes.
I mean, it was kind of an oversight on my part not to mention the dragon.
Well, it's okay. There's a lot to say, Also, by the way, just to backtrack quickly about the Displacer Beast, we encountered a Displacer Beast but didn't fight it, so it's very possible that it may be the same one.
Oh, yeah, I remember all that. It was at a bridge that you guys ditched because I think Crixus used an illusion, wasn't there?
Well, so the bridge one was actually a mountain lion, but we encountered a Displacer Beast when the session that we met the dwarfs with the wyverns.
Yeah, that's when I pretended to be a cow. But we encountered a Displacer Beast near Erkengard before the stream started.
I see. I'll go back farther
then. I mean, so are we turning around to walk back north then?
What is our plan?
Oh,
yeah, south. Good call.
So we're just gonna okay.
Yeah, they made it this far. We'll be okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, turn back around. Should we not go right past the eagle's nest so it doesn't think we doubled back to try to steal its eggs? Is that just...
I think actually, and Lothar points up, and I think that you guys see 6 eagles flying. These big eagles dropping down, pitching. And they kind of circle over you a few times, and a few of them land, 3 of them probably, while the other 3 are still kind of circling and dipping up and down, some going high, some going low. And I think you would recognize Dawnclaw comes forward. It looks like a little bit preened and cleaned compared to where you left her, but still battered compared to some of these others, you know?
I just had the Team America theme song pop in my head. But anyway, go on.
I think she's just you turned back already. What of your friends?
Well, I would say we hadn't turned back because we hadn't talked about it. We were just talking about it.
We do a lot of talking.
Because I wouldn't have agreed to it. Because as far as I know, we're at the 10 o'clock position, and we want to get to the 4 o'clock position, and it's equal parts around either side of them.
Yeah, I really
So these 3 eagles have landed. The other 3 are circling, and I think, yeah, and I think the Dawnclaw is just darkness is for owls, but you have hours of sunlight yet. We would fly you where you would go for the eggs that you have saved today.
All right. Southeast, right?
We're really just going to leave without taking care of the dragon? I'm very concerned about
We're about to encounter the dragon.
But it was heading up to the north.
What do you mean? What is that?
I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, it might not be able to spot us if we're walking along the ground, but if we're like up above the horizon and there's nothing else there and it has dragon's eyes, like, yeah, we're about to encounter a dragon. Unless these things fly through the valleys, which, I mean, I have the insight to say that, but I don't think Ulrich would have the insight to say that, you know? So.
I mean, okay.
There's about to be a big old potential battle at this Titans Hall, and I think the dragon's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, that's where I need to be."
I guess.
Don't you know?
I know.
Okay.
And the dwarves, they'd be like, "Oh, hey, a dragon. Let's just pull an oopsie daisy, turn around, and go back in the cave." I mean, it's.
You really think that? I don't think so. I think that they would fight it. I think that they're here for follow the just mother and are going to try and destroy the dragon, even if it kills them.
Not going to encounter the dwarves. We'll be fine. They'll be fine. It's all
I
good.
love the optimism, but I'm really not. I don't think so. But okay. All right. I trust you guys.
Why would you?
I think Lothar would like pipe up like, honestly, I don't want those dwarves to get killed, but I don't really want to fight that dragon. I'm scared.
Not helping Lothar.
Let's just go.
That gives us no new information to work off of, buddy.
I'm not prepared to fight a dragon right now anyway. Is everybody rested up and...
Yeah, I would really prefer to rest. So hopefully we don't encounter the dragon right now.
Before we do anything, I mean, I'm assuming if we're going to go to Titan's Hall, we're going to just check out the area, scout about.
I don't think they're going to drop us right in the middle of the...
Yeah. And we went over the rule last time. What is it, 24 hours between rests?
It has not been that long.
Yeah, you could have one long rest in every 24 hour
so
period.
Let's get dropped as close as they're willing to take us to Titan's Hall, which will probably still be a pretty fair ways off because they don't want to get killed either.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
So, yes, can you take us southeast towards Titan's Hall, as close as you feel safe bringing us?
I think it just like nods at you once, Ulrich, and like leans down, like laying a wing out, as do the other two. One of the others like looks and kind of like screes up to the sky, and a second or fourth eagle like drops, landing, kind of lowering its wing. So while two of them are still kind of like circling and scouting up in the sky, these other four like land around you.
Nervously climb on.
Hold tight.
Thanks.
You won't hurt us.
That was a given. The whole tight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It looked like people were going to say something, though.
Is there one for each of us? Is what's happening? Or
There's four of them. There's four of them on the ground and two circling in the air.
Okay.
And there's five of you guys, you know.
Yeah, so Lothar and I am like, all right, Lothar, come on, you first.
Well, okay.
Well, you two can get on one, right? Isn't that the way it is?
Yeah. So Lothar like walks over very kind of nervously, and he's just like, hey there, buddy. Just gonna climb up now. And he starts like pulling his way up, like grabbing at feathers, like sliding his leg till he's like up on the neck and kind of situates himself. And he's like, ooh, it's pretty soft, actually.
I think Eerie like tries to do like a little bit of a running start, and with her staff like tries to like hoist herself up like a little pole vault situation.
Why don't you make an acrobatics check or an athletics check, whichever one you prefer?
Oh, I'm sure they're both wonderful.
I think as you're coming, Lothar's like, oh.
Oh, okay. Oh!
Why? He like vaults
Why
like
is
a
the
pro.
wizard so good at all the physical stuff?
like landing light on the back of the freaking eagle, like woof, the feathers kind of like floofing around you, this bit of dust, you know. Lothar's just like, all right, okay. We're clearly the professionals here.
Clearly.
So the three of you guys load up, and that's it.
Yeah.
Is the biggest eagle still available? Angus is not looking eager to do this, but he will tentatively climb on the eagle.
I think the voice is low as you're coming, and I think you hear this bird is just like, have no fear, Minotaur. You've saved Dawnclaw. I will not let you drop so long as my heart beats.
Angus casts heroism on himself.
Yeah. I was waiting for it.
I think as you cast this spell over yourself, granting yourself bravery, like, whew, and I think that he's just like, I only drop what I want to see fall, and it like crouches down low, the wings like going out wide, like, and heaves up off the ground. The camera like focusing in on like the biggest of all of these eagles with Angus on the back of it. The kind of feathers like rustling in the wind as like these three powerful wing beats, and suddenly like he's up and away. The three of you like still on the ground, and like quickly the ones with Crixus and Ulrich like kind of leap away in the same like way. These massive wings kicking up rock and dust underneath. And Lothar's like, oh, that actually looks kind of dramatic, as he like slaps back, like sliding into your like chest here. He like boop, like you're like full like hugging Lothar now while you're holding on to like these feathers, and he's like,
I think I had my staff like over Lothar like a bar, and
yeah. And so he's like leaned down like with the staff in his belly, like just clutching tight to these feathers, and I think he's just like, gosh, I want to scream really loud, but we probably shouldn't do that after all the dragon talk. Woo! And so the eagle, like, and the two other ones kind of drop in, like with the four of you as you go, and you circle, and as you like are circling, you're climbing, you're like rising higher and higher into the air. I think that like clouds are starting to kind of like dance around you, like you're right at kind of the base of the clouds, and the four of you who have grown up in this incredible vast mountain range and have seen little more than these peaks and rocky hills the entirety of your life, as you gain this like perspective over them, it's gotta just be an overwhelming like sense of the immensity of it, as like you're looking off to the west, to the north, to the east, and in like every direction as far as you can see are just these towering peaks, valleys, like rock slides. You could imagine like on a clear day maybe you could see Erkengard from up here, and like as the birds wheel and start cutting to the south, I think you all have like a moment as you're looking southwards, watching the mountain range kind of taper down into green, just like rolling away from the hills, from the mountains rather, in these kind of hills, these like softer round mounds at the base, and then like in the distance, like really straining for your keen eyes at the edge of what you can see southwards, like the green just meets this like field of blue that vanishes in like this smooth flat horizon, as like for the first time ever the four of you I think see the ocean to the south, still like many miles away. But the birds like pitch and wheel and begin to fly south, with the four of you upon them. Is there anything anybody wants to do here? or anything
I'm
like,
just
specific
looking
that's
around.
happening while you guys fly?
Ulrich is nervous about the prospect of a dragon. So he's definitely looking around.
Yep. I hear you.
I think Erie is like captivated with like the ocean, and like I think out loud she's like, "Have you ever seen something so big?"
Well,
I think Lothar does just like low. He kind of like says like, it's bigger than that even. It stretches so far. There's a whole nother place. There's continents, 3 of them. You need to survive long enough to get out of these mountains, Erie.
Yeah.
It's a really big world.
The conversation is probably more like, yeah, wow, that ocean is really huge.
Yeah. It's definitely like, you have no idea.
I'll try and survive so I can see the rest of the world.
The first time you see a city, smoke will come out of your ears.
Oh no!
Angus does not look thrilled.
No, he's fine. Angus is look in the Skype chat. Angus is like, woo with his short sword of quickness, and
oh yes.
Oh, no.
He's got the heroism spell going. He's fine.
He's fine.
Skype chat just went.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're. I was.
Fix. Jeez, that was dramatic.
That's hysterical.
He's completely pulling a Sebastian on a Falcor here. I mean, he's like, ah!
For a minute.
Okay, so actually, Lothar is like,
he like starts shitting himself.
I think Lothar is just instead he's like, Angus looks like he's really finding himself, you know. He like points at you, and we turn and look back like, what does like Ulrich look like flying on this eagle?
I think just like nervously clutching, looking around. Right? I mean, let's be honest. You're hanging on, you know, to a bird in the sky with no saddle, nothing. Just, you know, I don't know. I don't think it'd be that great an experience. You're just waiting to fall to your death, but you know. So he's holding on, looking around, making sure there's no dragons, or at least as best as he can tell.
You can make a perception check if you want. Crixus, what about you? As the camera like turns, like Ulrich just like scanning, head on his swivel, looking everywhere. The camera like lifting up, kind of rising away and twisting around to come in on Crixus on the back of this eagle. What do we see?
I turn to I kind of look, I look in the camera and I wave, of course, and it's the first thing I do. And I want to make sure I get camera number 3, get my good side.
They're at your they're at your best angle.
At first, I think at first, if anybody, I think it's the reaction would be scared shitless. But after a while, like, it's very excited and bright-eyed to see the views.
Okay. Dope. So the other birds are like trailing out. They're about like 100 feet out in front of you. You guys are in this rough sort of like cluster, right? In like sort of like a V formation as you're moving. All of you like kind of within like a sort of 50-foot span. But these birds are big. They have like big wingspans. They each like take up a lot of room. And it's this perpetual kind of like undulating flight as you go. And I think that Ulrich, you like hear and like there's something to the tone of it that like it's different than the way these birds have been making sound before. And as your head like snaps right, I think you see that the eagle that's like on your kind of your 2 o'clock position, it's a couple of 100 feet out, and it's starting to like pitch and wheel coming back towards the lot of you. And that's when you see it, this massive kind of like shape dropping down out of the clouds. Honestly, it's not enormously bigger than the eagle's is, though it's longer and like serpentine almost, the tail trailing behind it, sunlight like reflecting off the blue scales, horns rolling off the top of its head as you recognize the blue dragon dropping in towards the front scout of this group for all intents and purposes. What would you like to do?
Scream and point and pull out my crossbow.
Yeah, man.
The art here is from a great artist, Antonio J. Manzanato. I'll put the link in the show notes afterwards, but he's got a great portfolio on ArtStation. He's very cool to like let me use his art for this stuff. So yeah, you see like the horns kind of rolling off the side of its head, the wings like tuck in behind as it's like focusing in on the eagle in front. Ulrich screams. A lot of you all like, yep.
I would actually go with my hand axe throwing.
Okay.
As opposed to the crossbow. Sorry.
Okay.
But I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No problem. Ulrich screams as you see him like hefting like the hand axe up out of his belt, like pulling in tight on the bird in front of him. What are the rest of you doing? Don't all jump in at once.
They're frozen.
Pressing
the button. Sorry. I was totally muted.
I'm pressing the button with my rod to get the pike.
Oh, nice. You push the button. Yep.
I guess Angus gets out his short sword of quickness.
And I am then kicking the eagle, and I am charging at the dragon.
Yes!
If Eerie sees the dragon.
I rolled a 19 on animal handling. Just,
okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Not that it matters.
So we see like Crixus like pulls out this spiked rod, the rod of Gural Khan, and his thumb like depressing one of the mithril buttons coming out of the adamantine rod, like this huge like 10-foot like pike emerging out of the front of it. He like pitches it down, like cocking it under his elbow as you see him like spur the bird, and I think that you just hear Crixus like, "We will fight it to the death," and wings like pump underneath you. Eerie, what were you doing? As we cut to Eerie and Lothar.
If Eerie sees it, like, and it's like, it's just like coming in at us, right? Like,
it's dropping in on the eagle that's in front. It seems to be like making a beeline to like smash the first bird that's like 120 feet out from you, but it's like, it sees you, yeah.
So it's like, it's 120 feet.
It's on the map.
We are not on the map.
Oh, I have not put any of you on the map.
Okay.
Oopsie daisy. Yeah, it's way down here. It's like 150 feet away from you. The bird a bit further, or not as far.
Fireball.
Okay, we'll get there when we get to initiative. You like snap out a piece of sulfur, and you're like preparing to like lance out this fireball.
Yeah, I think she almost like hits Lothar in the face with her staff, and she like lifts it and like tries to swing it around.
Yeah. And he's just like, ah! He like starts to like slip. You kind of like grabs the thing, and he's like, I don't know how am I supposed to shoot a fucking bullet? And like he grabs a couple of arrows and just like puts them in his teeth. Like, I can't believe we're doing this. Angus, your short sword snaps out. And the bird just like chuckles underneath you, like, you are a bright horn. And I guess with that, we'll just roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Is the tracker clear? No, the tracker's not clear. Hold on, let me delete it.
I gotta find my token to click on it.
Yeah. All right, token.
Shit, wait a minute.
I'm going last.
Okay, I got the 5, I got the 10, I got the 7. Who did I lose there? Angus should be 20. Oh no, he should just be 10.
I was 10.
Okay. So you guys. Erie, you just want to go in there and change your initiative for me. I just added you late. And my man, Lotharino.
I'm in there. I'm in there twice.
Okay. I'll delete one then.
Oh, am I still in there twice? I think I'm still.
Yep, we got rid of one. You're fine.
There we go. Okay.
Okie dokie. The Eagles don't need to actually be here. I got the 5 of you guys. I have a dragon. Actually, I guess I do want these guys to have initiative, because of course I do.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so with that, Lothar goes, and he's just like, first contact, I guess, and he shoots. He's like trying desperately to balance on the freaking eagle as it flies, and he's like, steady down there, pal, and he shoots twice with disadvantage because of range. The arrows like sail away from the bird flying. They just like, you can't see them that distance. Erie, you're up on 16. You're throwing a fireball?
Yes. I think.
Bitch. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Uh-huh. Fireball first. Think later. I think.
Okay.
So yeah. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
I can jump on an eagle, no problem.
Well,
wow.
It fails its saving throw and takes the full fireball damage of 13.
I am so upset right now.
Listen, I think Erie, we see you like snap the staff forward, and Lothar is like in front of you shooting. You're on a freaking eagle, right? And I think that like this pea-sized ball of flame leaps away and it explodes, and the dragon like just emerges out of it, right? It's like that shot of the dragon like kind of ripping through these flames to the other side. Erie, that's your action. You got anything else?
Nope. I don't think so.
Okay.
Gosh. Wow. Yep.
I'm sorry.
What is this I've made?
Okay, the dragon like drops in on the eagle in front of it and attacks. And yeah, you watch it like rip this bird to shreds in front of you. It just like drops down in, grabbing it with one set of claws, and like its head comes down like as it like rips the bird in half. The second claw like shredding it, and the whole bird just like flies like ripped to pieces in this like massive like viscera into the sky around it. And with that, it is closing at you.
These things do not have a lot of fucking hit points.
Nope.
I'm gonna ride this thing
don't.
all the way to my death.
Like it drops in, ripping the first bird apart and like pitching towards you guys. Angus, you're up on 10.
I would have to wait for the eagle to close, for the eagle's initiative for movement, correct?
Yeah, the eagles can all move on their turn, right? But where do you want it to go? Are you trying to like steer it?
Yeah, I'm trying to steer it towards the dragon.
Okay, so they're gonna go next anyway. So yeah, they can go right here. It's got an 80-foot movement speed, which means it can close right in on this thing.
Okay.
I'm just double checking myself. Okay, the eagle comes like I think that you hear its voice low above you, like, "Are you ready?"
Yep.
Vengeance! And it like comes flying in and like pitching one way as it's like swoops down in like underneath the right wing of the dragon, whose eyes like fixate on you, Angus, as its like head snaps around and it just growls in this low voice like, "You will be dead before you touch the ground." So you can act first.
I was not expecting the eagle to fly underneath the dragon, so I
I thought that's where you were trying. You wanted it to go.
no. So my ready to action is moot, so I'm done.
I'm sorry. I like jumped the gun here because I'm trying to create momentum. What was your ready to action?
I was going to jump on the dragon.
Okay, so as it's like coming down from above, you may try to jump, right? It doesn't just like fly up underneath. It comes like above it, pitching down in. Go for it, I guess. Make an acrobatics or an athletics check.
7.
No.
That's rough. And you got anything for it?
What do you mean?
I don't know, guidance or any kind of tricky bard stuff that might come up afterwards? No, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Angus like leaps off the back of the eagle and like hits the dragon and is like sliding across the side of it. You're like grabbing as it like is just like and it turns and you like begin to fall. So you fall 60 feet per round. You've started like plummeting down underneath it. So we're gonna just put you here, and I'm gonna mark in your red box that you're 60 feet down. And that is unfortunately your turn.
Cool.
Bonus action? Okay.
So it's Eagle's turn. There we can like spur them to move, right?
Yeah. Where do you want to steer it? Yeah.
Towards Angus. And as soon like I mean I don't know if this is like workable, but like as soon as like she gets within 60 feet of Angus, Featherfall.
Okay. The eagle drops and begins like hammering down low, coming in under the dragon. So it's got to bring you in close, unfortunately, Erie, for you to be able to do this, to get close enough to him. I think it's trying to like pitch around this way, but it gets you to here. You cast Featherfall on him as your reaction?
Yes.
Okay. Angus, your movement is arrested. What's the speed that he's falling at? Could you jump it in the chat?
I think it's... Yes, I can.
Okay.
It's 60 feet.
Got it.
I think. Slows.
He's still falling at 60 feet. Okay. Meanwhile, this bird is just like hammering in. It uses its movement, its action to dash, to like circle in around the side of the dragon where it's like harrying it. Crixus, you're like spurring yours forward, right?
Oh, it's too far.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And so it comes like charging in. You could try to make your attacks as it does. It's going to like attack first. Like it swoops in above the dragon's back, its claws lashing out, beak.
Wait, what?
It's flying above the dragon. It flies in. It's attacking. What do you want to do?
I'm attacking with the pike. That was the...
Yep.
And it could, I don't know if 23 hits.
23 does hit.
It could also roll a saving throw.
For what?
Paralyzation.
What is the saving throw?
So I look at the camera again. Folks, we're in this place again where, what do I say, right? 17.
Nice. Con save, you said, huh?
No, it's a strength saving throw.
Right,
so-
that's like why what I'm asking. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No problem. I'm just trying to figure it out. A strength save, DC 17. Okay, is that right? Rough. Okay. It uses its legendary resistance to succeed that saving throw.
Well,
But you do hit it for 12 points of damage. Do you have a second attack?
wait a minute. What? Legendary resistance?
That's what I said.
Okay. I just I jump off the eagle. I pull my ripcord. I'm out, guys. I'm out. I just take my parachute. I'm out of here.
You can't. That takes your action. You hit it with the pike. You have a bonus action. Anything else?
Let's get out of here. I'm leaving. I'm flying. It's a flyby attack. It's a flyby attack. That's
It's
what I'm
not.
doing.
Sadly, the eagles do not have flyby attacks, so it's like still within range, or it's going to take an attack of
How's that
opportunity.
possible in the laws of physics?
This eagle, where are you trying to steer it, Ulrich?
So, I just say to the eagle, well, I mean, there's now a lot of eagles trying to attack this dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So I just say to the eagle, I'm yelling to it, do whatever you think you need to do, but make sure it wants to attack me, because if you die, we both die. So I'm telling it to make sure when you're done, it looks at me. You know what I mean? Turns so that I'm the vulnerable, because I want to be attacked instead of the eagle.
And I think you just hear it cry back today you are my claws, dwarf. And its wings tuck in. It flies up high. It gets elevation.
What are the eagles going? What? The eagles, it goes before I do, right?
Yeah, it's moving.
Right.
Technically, this is Crixus's turn. It moved, or it's moved already. I'm just trying to square up what you wanted it to do. So I think,
when I get within a decent range, probably 50 feet, I'm going to throw my hand axe.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So I'm going to try to send it right over the eagle's head so it can watch it go out.
Yeah. As
So,
it's pitching up, you fire this freaking axe.
Oh.
12. I think we watch the axe cartwheeling, the camera following it as it cracks off one of the bone horns, ricocheting off the horn as it starts to plummet away down below.
I'm going to recall it.
Bonus action. It snaps back into your hand.
Now, does he look like he's going to close in a way that I would be able to get a melee attack? Or am I going to have to throw it again?
Yeah, you think he is. Yeah, it looks like he's dropping down in because he thought that's what you wanted to do. So you can get a melee attack with it.
All right, so I'm going to take a melee attack also.
And so it drops in kind of just underneath the front right of it. 27 does hit. For a solid 10 points of damage. The axe cleaving up into scales, which you hear shatter underneath as you drag it, while the eagle begins to pitch back up. And the dragon is looking at you. Lothar being up now.
Did it get attacked?
What?
It didn't attack.
It didn't attack specifically because of what you said. It's not going to attack because it's trying not to draw too much ire. So Lothar goes at this point, snapping out his little short bow he's got already. He pulls an arrow from his teeth, firing sideways, no longer at disadvantage. 16's a miss, but 23 is going to be a hit. This is 4 arrows from Lothar. Oh boy. Getting low again. Okay, one of these arrows punching into the side of the thing, which brings us to Eerie. You're up.
I think Eerie. Jeez. She's gonna try and go for a witch bolt, so she brings her staff around Lothar the other side after casting the fireball. Tries to connect.
What's your range?
30.
Okay.
Are we that? Yeah.
You're right. You're just within 30 feet of it. Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll do Witch Bolt at 2nd level.
25. Sick.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Okay. Hits.
Great. Oh
What's the damage?
5
5 what?
radiant.
Oh,
I
radiant.
just want to say that I know everybody's favorite spell is Witch Bolt, but here we go once again. Witch Bolt's always
Witch Bolt.
right. Witch Bolt's a tough mistress.
Witch Bolt.
I
mean, that's 5 points of not lightning damage, at least. You didn't say that,
Yeah.
so that was clever.
Well, and Erie will spend a 1st level spell slot to increase the damage by 2d10 force.
Oh, this is a whole additional feature here. What are you using? What is this thing called? This is your, like,
Alchemical casting.
Alchemical casting. So you've used a 2nd level spell slot, and now you're burning an additional 1st level spell slot to dump 2d10 points of damage on top of it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15.
So I think we see the like arc of this white beam of light like kind of lance out, like leaping off the staff, like smashing into the razor strike on its like neck. And once you tag it, Erie, you like twist the staff, and we watch like this column of this like white hot fire like surge and flare as it's like, which brings us to the dragon that like turns looking at you now, and it's gonna breathe like right at you. So I think that like it circles around just a little bit here. It's gonna give this eagle on the back an attack of opportunity, but not you, Crixus, as it's still within your threat range.
Do I get an attack opportunity?
Nope, because it's like just like wheeling a little bit
Yes.
around you, staying lined up with you, and at this point it breathes.
And I don't crit. I don't, Rich, because my pike.
You don't, because it hasn't left your range. That's what I'm saying. Like it's still within 10 feet of you, right? So the eagle will. Hold on a second. I'm just tracking a bunch here. The eagle like tries to grab at it with the talons, which is going to be a miss, like talons dragging across scales to no avail. And it freaking breathes. It's going to blast a line straight at the 3 of you guys. So Lothar, Erie, Hallrick, I need you guys to make dexterity saving throws.
Awesome. Dear. Oh my gosh.
Why do I keep... Oh, Lothar's sheet is here, right?
Nice. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Not ideal.
Oh man. Oh boy. This is great.
I'm just double checking that I got the right stuff here. Okay, this is going to be rough.
This is gonna be rough.
Holy shit.
Okay. A giant eruption of lightning explodes out of the dragon's mouth. The eagle under you, Erie, drops and breaks, and you hear... let's just check with you guys. Hallrick, are you up?
Do I get half damage for making the save? Is
17
17 make
half damage?
Okay.
You're going to take 28.
I'm up.
Okay. Erie, are you up?
No way.
Okay. You guys watch as the eagle that Erie and Lothar are on like crumples under the force of it. Lothar is like blasted away backwards into the air. Erie's staff like falls. The bird is like shattered and broken. Hallrick, the bird underneath you, shit, they both failed their saves. Dies badly. You can make an acrobatics or an athletics check to like grab a hold of this freaking dragon as you're like right underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah, this should be fun. All right. What can go wrong here?
What
All
could
right, we'll
go
go
wrong?
with athletics.
Yeah.
25, Ulrich, as you feel the bird like the lightning like surges into you in like a desperate like moment. You just take the hand axe and heave out, like hooking into a scale right up at the front of this thing's mouth, like grabbing onto one of the horns, and you're like clutching it as you look down and watch the bird like break, falling away underneath you. That was its movement. Now you can take an attack of opportunity, Mike, as it flies, with Ulrich attached to it away, and this eagle and that eagle will also take attacks of opportunity. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Holy.
Nice.
Oh, fuck. I wish you had flanking so badly. 18 definitely hits, but it was not a 20. That was there. You didn't, unfortunately, have flanking.
So I was engaged in melee.
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to give you flanking for Ulrich. So you like
Ulrich is
punch the
on
pike
it.
into the back of this thing, Crixus. Like, boom! Dealing 22 points of damage as you watch the eagles on either side of it like, they like shriek in like fury and fear as their friends, their family have like died and shattered beneath them, and they lash out with their claws. So it's a total of 15, 22, that's 37 points of damage. Angus.
Can it make it, could it roll its constitutional saving throw?
You can't, because it's not. Just double check. Click the thing, or let me look at it, because it's this
Forget
is your,
it. Moving on. No, let's move on. Forget it. I'm sorry. Go
it's
on.
your reaction. So I think like you have to use your action to actually do that.
It's on. Let's move on. Yeah, whatever it is.
Well, this is important. This is a really big deal. I'm not trying to like just bone you. Give me 1 second and let me just look at it. Like, this is a really big deal. I don't mean like fast track.
When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the rod, you can force the target to make a.
Yeah. So it's not a reaction. Like, what I was thinking is like it's an action or a reaction, which you just use to attack. So it will make a saving throw. Which save?
It's constitutional saving throw.
Con save. Okay.
It failed.
27.
It failed.
What?
By 1.
It didn't
DC
actually.
28.
DC
Right?
28.
Yeah, it's DC 28.
No, DC 27.5.
Oh, God damn it, man. Those 0.5s every time, they get me. Crixus, you like plunge the pike into the back of this thing, like trying to like focus the power, but this dragon is a bastard. Angus, you're 60 feet below the dragon. You're falling. You're free falling, though you see one of the eagles has eyes on you. What do you want to do?
I roll over onto my back and fire at it with my bow.
Yes.
Slowly
Yes.
down.
As
Free
the,
fall.
I love it.
as like
I
the
love it.
Minotaur falls, like the
Oh,
arrow.
wait.
Yeah,
Wait, hang on. I have to double check one thing.
please.
I think this will. Oh, dang it. No, I can't do that. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay, go for it.
I love it.
Oh, I sheathe my short sword.
Bang! The arrow.
Miss.
You get 2 attacks around, don't you? Because Valor Bard stuff.
Oh, that applies to missile weapons too?
For sure.
Oh.
You're a fighter bard. Not really. He's just a bard, but he fights good. 23 hits.
Nice.
For 6 points of piercing damage. Wham! The arrow like hammering into like its chest from underneath. You're watching Ulrich like clinging as this thing flies. At this point, the eagles go. One of them dives down for you and like just swoops, grabbing you, Angus.
I direct. If I see the eagle coming at me, I direct it towards Erie.
The other one is flying towards Erie, and it just snatches her up in its talons.
Then I direct it towards Lothar.
It's like coming for you first. Like it's coming for you. So the question is like,
It also sees me falling at only 60 feet per round, so I'm directing it towards Lothar.
Right, it's coming for you, Kurt. It's like flying at you. It's gonna try to get you because it has more movement
sword
speed.
and I threaten to fucking
Okay.
So there's 5 times already.
Okay, I got it. So it's going to try to grab you with one of its talons. 23. It grabs you in a grapple, which you could try to break out of as it continues flying forward to try to like get Lothar, right? Like snatching Lothar up. Like if you fall out of the battle, you're like not helpful.
Nailed it.
And it snatches Lothar, so it's like holding each of you now in one of its claws as it wheels back around. Eerie being held in the other one. This eagle, Crixus, like flies in at the back of this dragon and is going to attack in this furious scream. It drops down in over the dragon's back, talons, beak. 1924. Those both hit. This eagle is a champion. That's 18 points of damage. Crixus, it's your turn. You're muted, Mike.
Yeah, I'm just nothing much to say. Since so I attack it because it's right there.
Sure.
Wait, can I move? Oh wait, is there? Wait, like I'm like really confused about the physics right now in this right now. But I guess like my point is like I guess like for the game mechanics, can I like fly to get an advantage or no for the attack roll, or is there's no advantage for attack?
I'll say this. How about this? Like the eagle came into the thing broadside. It's not moving tactically with like the foresight of flanking. But if you throw yourself off the eagle onto the dragon itself, you can give yourself flanking with Ulrich. Like it's the question of whether you want to stay on the bird or not.
Did you say throw myself off the eagle?
Yeah, it's if you stay on the bird.
Why do I need to do that to get advantage?
I just explained why, because the eagle is not moving tactically. It doesn't think in that way. It like has flown into the side and hit it. So if you were to jump onto the top of the dragon with Ulrich underneath it, I'll give you flanking. But like right now, you're at a right angle.
Can I try to use animal handling to do that? To try to like coax the eagle to do the fly strategically, or no?
Sure.
You can't blame him for trying to not.
I don't blame him. I don't. Serious, but like right? I'm like presenting the option. So sure.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you can have your flanking. You got it. Go for it. Attack with advantage.
Holy shit!
That's what I'm talking about, man. 28. I hit.
28 does hit. Yeah, roll damage.
Does it have to make another save now?
No.
No?
I'm out of my. That's it for me. I'm losing. I'm done.
Okay, you fly over it. You stab it in the back with the pike. You like manage to like maneuver the eagle so it like moves after it attacks, circling up over the top. Ulrich, you're like clinging to its face underneath. You're up.
Well, okay. Would I
choke it?
Does this seem like a really bad position to be in? Like, should I use my action to try to swing around to the top of it? Or do you think Ulrich feels comfortable just attacking from this position?
I mean, you're hanging off of its horn on the side of it. So if you want to try to like climb up onto it, you could use your movement. It's difficult terrain, but like you can climb up onto the horn and like wedge yourself above it. So you're sitting above it if you feel more secure.
I think like Crixus' suggestion of choking it.
Choke the dragon.
Choke it out. Come on. Choke it out.
Choke it out. Am I actually like wrapped around its neck? Is it that juvenile that I can get my body around its neck?
Not entirely, no. You wouldn't be able to like wrap your arms around it. It's got a pretty thick neck, but
all you need to do is squeeze the throat and it's gonna really hurt it.
Yeah.
Trust me, it works.
Ulrich didn't major in biology or dragon biology specifically, so
well, it's listen, come on, you see the mouth, right?
Okay, all right. Okay. I am going to use my movement to climb on top of it. And
Okay.
I'm going to see what I have here. I have an explorer's pack. Would that have a coil of rope in it?
Yeah, you got 50 feet of rope. Yep.
Okay. As I'm crawling around it, I'd like to try to get a rope around its neck.
Okay, you want to spend your action trying to like get a rope around it. Yep.
And if that's all I can do this round, that's what I do this round.
Well,
I want to get a rope.
Okay, that's
with the intention of trying to choke it out and or stay on it without getting killed.
Okay, that's your movement. That's your action as you climb up onto the top of it. Like, woof, you like swing the rope like down under it, like pulling it up and like tying a quick knot as you're now like legs are straddling like its neck, its shoulders, right? And it seems like pretty pissed and wily at this point. But that's your movement and your action, Ulrich. Bonus action, anything else? Action surge?
At least no, I'm out of action search. At least I have something to actually gain purchase onto the animal, though.
Got it. Okay.
I don't think I have a bonus action.
Okay.
No, that's it.
Okay, Lothar goes, he rolled a 10 on his death save. He made a successful death saving throw. Eerie, you're up. Death saving throw? Nice. That's a good one, Eerie. You have made your successful death saving throw, which brings us back around to the dragon who, like, Ulrich is, like, wheeling this rope around on its neck. Hold on a second here. Oh, shit. And that's bad as it gets its lightning breath back and it proceeds to, like, wheel around now. Crixus, you could take an attack of opportunity. 25 hits for 12 points of piercing damage as it starts to like wheel around to turn. You punch the pike down into its ribs, like the eagle swinging in sideways, and the eagle takes its attack of opportunity at it.
Nice.
18 hits, so like you stab it right through the ribs as the eagle like grabs onto its back and it's wheeling around trying to get to you with the lightning breath, but as you like punch into it, no dice, it proceeds to then just like turn, spewing like lightning back up at you guys. Ulrich, you're on its head, so you're out of range. Crixus, I need a dex saving throw. And for this poor freaking bird, good God, 17. You make your saving throw, so you're going to take half damage here.
Wah, wah.
Oops, where'd my dice roller go?
Hey, Mike, I don't know whether you like it or not. You are getting on this dragon's back. I got news for you.
Well, okay.
Or is that ship sailed?
Okay, Mike, you take 21 points of lightning damage, having made your save. The bird, like, screams underneath you as it, too, dies, joining the 1, 2, 3, 4 of its companions. Its body just broken by the electricity. And as you start to plummet, Ulrich, you're like cinching this rope up and you just hear this like wheeze out of the dragon as it spews this last bit of lightning. And then you feel like its wings underneath you are like slack. And it tries to like push one more time. And it's just like... and like blood starts spewing out of its mouth, this gout of like black blood trailing out of the hole on the side of it. Crixus, as you plummet, free falling, holding on to the rod of Gural Khan as the eagle falls out from underneath you, you see this dragon, a Verithramir, the razor strike, just like keeling sideways as its wings go slack, falling underneath it. Ulrich with the rope around its neck. The dragon begins careening towards the ground as its lifeblood just pours from it at the last stab of your pike. So,
Oh shit.
the dragon is dead. Let's just take an assessment here. The dragon is dead, and Ulrich has got a rope around its head, riding it to the ground. Crixus is free-falling, having slain the dragon, with naught but the clothes on his back and the rod of Gural Khan in one hand. Eerie and Lothar are making death-saving throws, clutched in the claws of giant eagles. And Angus is ornery, as the back of his shirt is pinned shut all tight. He's looking at Lothar hanging lifeless next to him, flying in the claws of a giant eagle himself. And I mean, it seems to me like this is like the cliffhanger that like you like, you spend a lifetime working towards as like a writer.
No.
So I think that this is where we leave our adventurers today.
What? I don't even get to roll my death
No,
saves?
definitely not. This feels like insanely dramatic, and we need like a series of skill checks and dramatic
I'm
moments.
gonna have a stroke.
Because you guys are hundreds of feet above the air, plummeting. Crixus is falling. You're dying. Lothar's dying. Dead eagles are falling all out of the sky.
No.
The dragon is like shattered and broken. Ulrich's riding it down like a boogie board.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's crazy, man.
That's ridiculous.
that's where we'll leave the Titans' heirs tonight. As they fall through the clouds in the sky above the Drakencairns. The dragon dead. Perhaps some of you as well. But fortunately, 2 of those eagles survived to snatch the lot of you from the jaws of death.
Most of us.
It wasn't Dawnclaw, right? Dawnclaw wasn't with us, or they were?
Yeah, Dawnclaw was one of the 4 you were riding on, and I just presumed the one that you and Lothar took, who is now like destroyed and dead. I'm sorry. These 2 nameless eagles, who are Dennis and Goldencorn, are the ones
Dennis!
that are alive. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I hope that was fun.
Oh my god.
It felt dramatic.
Oh,
Gee.
the dragon is dead.
That was tense.
A few of us might be also, but hey, the dragon is dead.
I was really
my
tense.
goodness.
You're probably in good shape. Angus is like very close and can probably make sure you don't die. He was clearly very concerned with you and Lothar over himself as he was feather falling.
Yeah.
Ulrich, he's not bleeding to death, but not in a great position.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, Ulrich and Crixus, I'm concerned about.
I'm not really looking forward to this. This is.
How high up are we, Rich?
A few hundred feet. You were like, a solid 300 or 400 feet up in the midst of all
I
this.
mean,
Yeah.
if I can get back up, I can potentially, save us. But
You know what's awesome? That feather fall is not concentration. That's cool.
yes, that's
I want to
Do
see
you know
Ulrich try a
you can
legless
actually
swing too.
cast that on 5 willing participants.
Mm-hmm.
So why didn't you just cast it on all?
because
of
it's a
us?
reaction. I can't just cast it like.
No, when you cast it on me, why didn't you cover 5 people?
It's just an oversight,
Like-
and she couldn't have. She
Okay.
couldn't have reached
You guys
all
weren't
of
falling
you.
up to 5 falling creatures
no.
within range.
Erie, why didn't you roll higher on your witch bolts
Yeah.
for down?
I wasn't I was translating.
sorry.
Taylor,
I
why
was
didn't you play a
translating Johnson
sorcerer?
Blake, Taylor.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
have
You want to
issue
talk about something that's stupid about spells? How the frick did I roll 13 damage on a fireball?
You're right. It does say 5 falling creatures. You're absolutely right.
How-
It is. It does say that. Taylor, why didn't you play a sorcerer with sorcery points and bonus actions and quick
Yeah,
spell?
really?
Taylor,
I
why
know.
weren't you born in
Why
1980?
did I choose to play a wizard in a survival-based
Let's just take a
environment?
look at that fireball roll again, because dear God
It
Almighty,
was
what a
literally
disaster!
like 6
13.
ones, and the rest were 2s
That
and
was
3s.
the worst.
And then the
Yeah,
witch
that
bolt,
sucks.
which was only
1,
5.
1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's incredible,
How?
Taylor.
How?
That's actually statistically incredible. That's really impressive that you did
Well,
that.
and then the witch bolt on 2d12s, a 1 and a 4.
I know your witch bolt is
A
horrible,
1
and I
and a
expect
4.
it to only be bad.
Crazy.
Yeah, I never expect Witch Bolt to do anything more than 6 points of damage.
It's
so
been like really decent for me though in the past.
it has, yeah.
Remember
Like I always hit with it. But I always hit.
The reason Witch Bolt's a pain in the ass is because like it's a 1d12, so you get such variance there. Like you can just come up with ones all day, and that sucks. Yes. That's a bad feeling. But
it's like everybody's surrounding the dragon. Like I can't hit it with like my AoEs, which is like everything else.
Yeah, believe me, I get it.
I'm just excited. I get to do this Doctor Strangelove moment where I ride the dead dragon. Down.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm really glad you're already channeling Doctor Strangelove. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that was fun, you guys. Mike, it only had one. It only had one legendary resistance, and I'm sorry, it had to. It's like it had to. You know, I was like, the fireball. Oh yeah, right. Like yeah, really? Dude. We're gladly gonna eat this thing. Like I thought the fireball was going to be the legendary resistance. I wasn't even like considering the rod. But good job advocating for yourself and getting me to like let you maneuver your eagle. Well played and great rolling. Nicely done.
Yes.
Ulrich, way to be brave. Frankly, I was like, well, I'm going to put 6 eagles out there. Like, there's a couple extras, but I'm definitely going to try to kill one of the freebies immediately and then just start breathing lightning breath everywhere. Yeah. So, like, they're not going to last long, man.
Well, so that was my gauge. When you first attacked that first eagle, I'm like, this is going to be like the watershed moment that'll determine, do we have a chance? Like, are these birds going to take more than one hit? And it was like, I'm like, oh no, oh, Jesus, here we go.
They're CR1 creatures, you know what I mean? And they have like 23 hit points, which is frankly not bad, but dude, it's not enough. They can only handle so much of this. But I mean, come on. They were brave. They did a lot of damage in this fight. They definitely put down 30 or 40 points, They
did good.
They were flanking. They were doing crazy shit. They hate dragons.
I was doing anything to try to get that thing into a second round after I saw the first one just explode in the sky. I was like, make sure it hits me.
I knew it had the breath, and I was trying to justify, like, can I just breathe on Ulrich and not his eagle? Like, he really tried. He tried. He told it, like, make sure it's coming for me. I don't want you to die. But, like, that line was too appealing, And Erie's over here like hurling magic around. She's got the radiant beam attached to it. This dragon's
the most damage at that point of anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, that dragon is like not thrilled.
But honestly, I was doing the math, Taylor. No, but Taylor, for you, I mean, the first round you did 13, and then the second round you added that extra damage. I mean, in 2 rounds, you did like 36 or 37 hit points. It was something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, your first 2 rounds of combat, you put 43 points of damage on that thing. And I know it feels bad. It could have been 100, but like, you did really well.
Well,
and it did 56 damage to like me and Lothar. If that was just a little bit more, I would have been dead. Like, dead.
What's your max HP?
36. So like it's a chunk, but
the Eagles made their saving throws, so they each were taking 28. It was like 5 more hit points than.
Hey, what happens with the critical? Right, if you hit for more than 50 in one attack or something.
No. So yeah, there is that actually. We can have you roll like a con save to see. That's like an optional rule that I have not used much of in 5th edition. The one optional rule I use is death by massive damage. Like if an attack takes you to 0 hit points, and the remainder of the damage after you get to 0 is more than your max HP, that's death by massive damage, right? So it's much harder for me to do that shit to you than like an Erie, right? But when she's low hit points, like if she's got 1 and I hit her for 40, she's dead.
Yeah.
Like dead,
Yep.
Anyway, that was fun. I knew we've been building to this for a minute. I hope it felt like it played off. I don't know how dramatic it felt like to you guys.
Well, things aren't done dying yet. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, cool. This is fun. I really look forward to this show every week, you guys. It's one of my favorites to get to play every week. And I just have so much fun with this party. I really loved watching you guys grow. It's pretty wild that we've had 23 sessions that are just straight sessions. Like we've had a few extras too, So well done.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Do any of you guys have anything you want to hype up or talk about or like make note of? Mike, John, Kurt?
I'm just always greatly appreciative, especially when our old Misty Bay crew stops in. So thank you, Dan.
Oh,
It is
awesome.
Thank
Mad hype to our boy Xanatos in the chat. I love Xanatos. He like found us the first time I was streaming over here on Twitch, and like it's been too long since we've like rolled dice, man. So sooner than later, but it's good to have him here always. I do love to see it. Mike, how about you? Anything you want to make note of? Anything you're hype about?
I
we
survived
should be paying attention to.
Henry, so yay!
Hell yeah, good. Was Harry here for the last couple of days, but I'm sure you
Henry.
had it much worse.
Not Harry.
Oopsie daisy.
Henry.
Got me. Taylor with the
Sorry,
joke initiative.
that was
Kurt,
not
how
good.
about you? Anything? Okay. Taylor, how about you?
Just keep an eye on my Twitter, Rania422. Hopefully I'll be back with Dragon Age soon. All my links to
Cool.
Twitch, YouTube are all on there. So check it out.
Cool. Go scope her out. Rania422 on Twitter and Twitch and all the places. What do I got? I'm DM Philly. I'm Rich Filiberto. I play role-playing games tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Do not miss it. Right here at Twitch TV/DM Philly. Dragonfly. We got a big special episode. It's going to be wild in space. It's going to be really a good one. Tomorrow night's going to be very, very fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been excited about this one for a while. The crew has finally gotten off the water world of Cerelia. They may have left a kobold insurrection in their wake, along with Arving, a dwarven jeweler with firearms. So, Godspeed. That's it. That's all I really got. Thank you guys all for stopping by. Xanatos, thank you for being here, man. We do miss you. It's really like hypes me up when you're in the chat, bro.
Yeah, go play all the Dragon Age games. Do it.
I'm going to friend you on Final Fantasy tonight, Xanatos. We're going to go like crush some dungeons or something like that. Everybody else out there who's not Xanatos, thank you for being here. I really appreciate you, especially you, Bugbear. You're here every week. Thank you so much. The rest of you guys, thanks for stopping by and then clicking follow and kicking me those like Prime subs and all that good stuff. It makes a difference. And we will go now. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.